Howdy, everybody. I'm Greta Gaines, host of Emerging Artists here at Talkapolis. Very exciting. My first guest is Stacie Collins, who's a fabulous roadhouse rock, blues, country. It's hard to actually put a small definition on Stacie Collins. She's such an incredible singer, harmonica player, and showwoman.
Jeez.
So you have a new album that's amazing. It's called Sometimes You Gotta.
Yes.
This is your third album.
Yes.
And you've been touring in Europe with this album, right?
Yes, we've been touring quite a lot with that.
Yeah. And how's it been going in Europe?
It's awesome. It's just really great to be able to play in general. So when you find an audience like the fans in Europe that allow you to keep doing what you're doing, it's really great.
But people come to Nashville from all over the world because it's Music City, USA. And you live in Nashville, but you're exporting this great product, Stacie Collins, over to Europe. Do you find it hard to be a touring artist and play here in Nashville?
I don't know that it's hard. I mean, you can get a gig anywhere here. It's hard to make money,
right.
I think, as an original artist. There's lots of cover bands that can go down to Broadway and, do pretty well that way, if that's what you do. But I don't really do that a lot, ever, really.
Yeah.
I like to go down to Broadway and, sit in with my friends and jam and stuff and listen to the music. But my brand of music is just sort of on the outskirts of what they do here in town. And so I found that if I want to be able to play, I just needed to go where I could find people who wanted to hear what I do. And turns out that, there's lots of people who like, rock and roll and country mixed together.
Yeah.
So it's not just in Europe, in the States too, but I think that it's easier to tour Europe because you can go so many countries in such a quick time because everything's condensed.
I read on Facebook. I can't understand some of it, but your fans. I mean, you've been there so many times now. How many times have you been to Europe in the last few years?
Well, we've been going over there about 3 or 4 times a year for the last probably 3 or 4 years.
Right. So you're starting to get a serious fan base in Europe.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that these Finnish people and stuff would just respond the way they do. What is it about what you and the band is doing, do you think, that really resonates with Europeans?
Well, it's not really just Europe. I mean, in Spain and Scandinavia and the UK, just everybody over there, I think they just like music that has some giddy up. And just makes them feel good. The music that we play just sort of makes people feel good and it makes us feel good as the band playing it. And so it's this big love fest of just like, a big throwdown of fun. And I don't know, maybe it's because these little villages and some of the places we play, they don't really have a lot of artists like us coming through town. And so when we do come through town, they make sure that they're there.
It's special.
They get off their TV out of their house and turn off the TV and come out and support the scene, which is really cool.
You don't see a lot of women play harmonica the way you play. It's really, it's just so, it's exciting. And if anybody's not seen a live Stacie Collins concert, you need to make sure that you go to see one, because until you experience that energy, I think there's some bands who record really well and there are some bands that perform really well. It's rare to find bands who do both as well as you do. But I say the live performance has an energy that you can't even capture. I mean, it's just, you got to be there. You got to hear it.
I think that's true with music in general, but I do feel like the live show is definitely something that's totally different than what I've been able to record so far. My friend Dan Baird actually produced the last 2 records that I've done, and he's a really great producer that's personally helped me grow as an artist and sort of help develop my sound. But when it comes to playing live and everything starts going, and it's just another animal. And in fact, I have decided that we are going to record a live record.
Excellent.
Next, because we've got 3 studio records now. And so I feel like the next thing for us would be to record what we do live. We're going to do like a DVD, CD combination thing. Actually, we're going to record it in England later this year.
So exciting.
I'm excited.
The only thing that can capture the live recording would be a live recording. That's a good way to go.
Hey!
Yeah. Can you play us like a few bars of that so people can
Of my
hear
harmonica?
It? Yes. I just love harmonica.
Wow.
My kids love Stacie Collins too. They think that anybody can play harmonica, but it's actually hard. That's what they say. See, that gives me. It's hot in here, and it's still.
I know it's
gives
hot.
me-
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah. You know, I was reading Mac Gaden's little bit of his bio, and he's coming in here, and it reminded me of something that I didn't even know about Nashville. And he was saying how Nashville originally was an R&B town before country music got here. And
know that.
the roots, before Country Music USA was R&B USA down here in Nashville. So maybe your whole style, it's the original.
I didn't know that.
It's the original Stacie Collins.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Talkapolis.
So everybody go online and you got to pick up Stacie Collins. Sometimes you got it. It's a phenomenal album, and it's so much fun to listen to blasted at 11 in the car. And look for the new live album from you.
It's so good just to see you.
It's so
Your
good to
sweet
see
face.
you.
You're a perfect candidate for this job here at Talkapolis. I mean, I think
Thank
you have
you.
your ear to the ground.
I was scouted amongst thousands.
That's perfect. I think it's perfect. I look forward to watching this show more.
And you'll come back and bring Al and bring the band and
All right.
do the whole.
Don't
the
tease me
whole
now.
thing.
Don't tease me.
No, I would. I would
will.
never. I would never. I'm Greta Gaines, right here, talkapolis.com. Tune in next time. Next week, we'll have more content for you coming soon.
Yay.